Hey everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Danae. Thank y'all for hopping on. Welcome in everyone. How are you? How's everyone doing today? Today I'm going to be offering free yes or no's as usual, and then $20 personal readings. If you're interested in a free yes or no, let's start by getting my likes up. So if you could please tap on the screen. To start getting some likes. I'll start doing the free yes or no's once I get to 700 likes. So if you guys are here and you would like a free yes or no, please begin tapping on the screen for me. If you're new here, my name is Danae. I am a clairvoyant, clairsentient, and clairaudient type gifted person. The vibe here is really, really chill. So take the opportunity to ask your questions. I'm here Monday through Friday between 11:30 and 2:30. Thank you guys so much for the likes. What did I say? I'll start at 700 likes. Thank you so much, Star Attraction. You guys, welcome on in. I'm doing free yes or no readings today. $20 personal readings. If you want a one-on-one reading, you can schedule an appointment with me. Just go to my profile and go through all of that. If you want, click on where it says one-on-one reading. And then if you want to do the personal here while I'm live, that is $20. You can use PayPal, Cash App, which is preferred, and Venmo. Hey Asia, how are you? Just a few more. I'm asking everyone to get me to 700 likes so that I can start. Oh, I'm okay. It's been one of those days trying to figure everything out, but I know everything is going to be good. Let me see how this is going to look if I open up my blinds a little bit more, get some more light going on in here. I don't want any flashback. It's a little bit better. All right. We are at 8:30. Thank you guys so much for all of the likes. Let's go ahead and get the first question going. I saw someone from Chris. Let's do that one. Chris, does Karen want to stay married to me? It's like the energy that I'm picking up on feels extremely wishy-washy. So it's like, You know how sometimes you can have moments where you kind of question, you're at this point in your life where you're kind of questioning every decision that you've ever made. And so I think maybe what Karen is possibly going through is just like questioning her decisions and if what is happening right now is best for her. My spirit team is saying that if you are concerned about where she stands within you all's relationship, then you definitely need to take the opportunity to speak with her. Okay? Sam, does Colton enjoy talking to me? Is Colton a gamer? I only ask that because I'm getting this sense of like sometimes you'll be talking to him and he's really not paying attention because he's focused on other things. And you may be thinking, oh, he doesn't like talking to me, but really it's just that he's focused. He's like thinking about something else, like his game or something. It's kind of like, just kind of hang out with me, but be quiet. Does that make sense? Hey, Detective Gelato, how are you doing today, girl? Hi, Yvette. Will Jerry tell me his true feelings? Yeah, if you ask him to. Ask him how he feels. And he'll let you know. Next question. The real Mrs. J, is my marriage over? Do you feel like it's over? I don't see that. I don't see that it is over. And it's not that it is or that it isn't. It just means that I am not privy to that information. See my wig head in the back? I love her. It just means that this is something that you need to determine on your own. What's going to work best for you. And then go from there. Ash, does Danielle want to communicate more? Possibly, but I don't know if it's you or if it's Danielle, but one of you has to stop with doing like the WYD texts because it's annoying. Okay. What's the next? Jada, will Vontae be taking me out somewhere on Valentine's Day? Did Vontae tell you that? I don't know if it's male or female, but did Vontae tell you that they were going to take you out? A decision may not have been made yet, right? This is like something that you guys should have a conversation about. Coming to an intuitive, right? Like I can understand that you just like want to know, but you're only gonna know if you talk to the person and make plans. When is Valentine's Day? Like next Wednesday or something, right? So you guys need to make plans. If he's gonna take you out to dinner, you need to talk to him about it so you can get your outfit right, you can get your hair right, you can get your nails done if that's what you do. Also, making reservations is important, so have the conversation, okay? Jocelyn, does Michael ever realize he didn't protect me from his mother? Yeah, but they have a interesting relationship. Very like, what is that? Is it Oedipus? Where the mom is like in love with the son. So he probably realizes it 100%. The true question is, does he care? Does he care how you feel? Does he care that you were hurt? That's the important thing. And how is he going to rectify it? Next question. Is TJ and I over? I don't know. I gotta make sure that I'm set to where it's 18 and older. I don't know if I can do that here. Thank y'all so much for sharing the live. I appreciate you. I'll have to do that tomorrow. I don't think I can make it that way here. Will I find star attraction? Will I find gainful employment soon? It's so like iffy because you know the market is so saturated right now with so many people trying to find jobs. There's so many layoffs, so many people are hiring. So many people are saying that they're hiring, but they're really not hiring. It's like they're just collecting, right? So they're collecting resumes. So I would recommend that you continue to look and have faith that you'll receive something. Kind of like speak, and I say this all the time, with the law of assumption, as if you already have it. Determine what is the job that you truly, truly want, and then thank the universe, thank God for giving it to you, you know? Speak as if you already have it, and then it'll come to you. Because what you want, the universe wants to give you. What you are trying to attract is coming towards you. I think that it will take some time for a job to come through for you. But that's just the nature of the beast. Hannah, does Sean want our marriage to last? Is there a third party involved? Because I'm kind of getting like Sean wants his cake and eat it too, which is weird. Why would you, I don't know. Why would you get married if you want all of that? Is there any other questions? Carly, is my boyfriend Devin a good person? To you, he's a good person. It's I'm not saying that he's in the mob, not at all. But what I'm seeing is very, very much like that scene from the Goodfellas, like the movie The Goodfellas, where the Goodfella, he has his wife and he takes great care of her, you know, takes care of the household, does what he has to do. But then also, like, if someone tries to play with him and his family, then he goes and monkey stomps them on the curb. All right. So Devin is a good person to you. Anyone else? Carly, will Mike come back to me? No. Not in the fashion that you want him to. And by the time he does try to slink his way back into your life, you'll have already moved on. Anything else? Any other questions? Or next question, rather. Asia, does Jimmy think I'm crazy? Yes. Like, all men think all women are crazy in some type of way or another, but I think he's just kind of wondering, like, why such the sudden change in And like, he can't pinpoint why there's been a change. He can't figure it out. So it's not that you're necessarily crazy. He's just kind of like, what's going on with you? It's like that song. Well, it's nothing like the song, but the title of the song called I Used to Know Her by Sugar Free and what's the other rapper's name? I can't think of his name right now, but he always talks about how he has Indian in his family. Anyways, there's a song that they have. It's called I Used to Know Her. The lyrics have nothing to do with this type of situation, but it just is a symbol of how Jimmy does not know who you are anymore. You have changed drastically for the better for you. Anaya, will the month of March be a good month for me? If you make it good for you, you are the responsible for creating your life, the life that you want. So you're in charge of that. So every action, every thought that you make, or every thought that you have, and then you act out on that thought, is going to determine how your days go. All right? Can I have another question, please? You guys, welcome on in. If you're new here, I'm doing free yes or no questions today, and then I'm offering $20 personal readings. Please make your donations through Cash App. You can find the link in my profile. Will Ebony come back to me? What happened? Like, did you dog her out? Like, did you like play her? I honestly don't see it happening, and I'm a bit curious as to what you did. And then I want you to think about what you did, and then be like, if someone did this to me, would I come back? Would I go back to them? Every action has a reaction, and you have to face the consequences for what you do. Olivia, will I be happy meeting Danny? That's an interesting question. Are you like meeting them for the first time and you want to know if meeting them and having them in your life is going to be positive, or are you just going to be happy just meeting them for that moment and then that's it? I don't know. Something about it makes me feel like somebody has bad breath. Genaria, can I trust Steven? If his name is Stephen Antoine Johnson, no, you can't. Or Stephen A. Johnson, or if they call him AJ. But other than that, it depends on how much information you give him. You can test him out. Tell him something that's not true about you, and then see if he later on uses it against you. Like, tell him, oh my God, it annoys me so bad when people pop and chew their gum really loud. And then give him a piece of gum and see if he pops and chews it really loud. Because then he's doing it to annoy you. And if he does that, then no, you can't trust him. Jenny, does Miguel miss me? Sometimes. But Miguel's trying to move on from you. Layla, do you do fertility readings? No, I don't. I prefer not to. Diana, are Martin and I meant for each other? Not for like, I don't see it being for long term, no. And again, time is not linear, so long term, like to somebody, being with someone for 10 years may not be a long time, but being with someone for 50 years is a long time. It all depends on your perspective. Reese. Hold on. I don't understand that question. How are you supposed to talk to someone if they do not know how to communicate? Are you saying, like, are they just not good communicators? Or are you saying that they are unable to speak, or like they don't speak the same language, or maybe they use sign language and you don't know sign language? I need a I don't understand. Is the person just a bad communicator? Hey Blossom, how are you? She tells me she's still in love, but she's with someone else. All right, well, if she's with someone else, leave her alone. That man could be crazy. He'll come after you with the pew pew. Then you'll be looking at your mother crying over you. What is that song? Did Biggie have that song where he's talking about kissed him at the wake, made his body shake? People out here will get you set up on the okie doke. So, like, that's real. Anaya, will I always live in North Carolina? If you choose to. There's certain things that are like, let me just share this with y'all. So when you guys ask me a question and you open up and you open up and allow me into your energy, I am given like, or I'm shown certain timelines. Okay? Like the most likely to happen, right? Based off of how you regularly make your choices. But then there's some things that I can't see. And that's because I'm not privy to the information, or Spirit wants you to make the decision on your own. Or you're just honestly not open up and you're not letting me read you. All right? And then there's times where things are only going to happen based off of what you do, what actions, what steps you take. Okay? So I would suggest that you make goals for yourself and then write up the necessary steps. Thank you guys so much for all the likes. I appreciate you so much. And then take the necessary steps to fulfill your goals. All right? So if you want to move out of North Carolina, you don't have to come to me to ask me if you're going to move. You just need to make it happen. You have to do the footwork, okay? Aisha, will Charles and I reconcile our marriage? I don't see that happening. Like, honestly, it's kind of like, even if you go to therapy, somebody is still going to be miserable. Someone isn't going to feel fulfilled, and someone's going to feel like they are like not living their best. So I would recommend that you guys have a serious conversation about what you want from the relationship, what you guys want out of your life. Because you guys may be at a point where Charles wants something, you want something, and they're not even like connecting. Jeanette, is Scott hurting by what I told him yesterday? Were you trying to hurt him? I'm hearing cold-blooded. Did you tell him something on purpose to get a rise out of him? Do you care? Do you care if what you said hurt him? No, I was being honest. Okay. Sometimes we say things and they're not really helpful. It's like yes or no. It's like you told him what you told him, and then he was like, damn, she didn't have to say it like that. But is he like hurt? Is he over there crying? Is he losing sleep? Doubt it. But it is what it is now. You said it. Tim, is Ashley still thinking about our conversation from last night? Possibly. You just had it last night. It hasn't even been 24 hours. What did you say? I'm curious now. All right, what's the next question? How I really feel about her. I hope her response was I hope what you said to her was positive and that she's taking it into consideration. Brooklyn, will Kennard reach out to me about his feelings eventually soon? Eventually soon. Okay. I don't know why that tickled me so much. Anyways. I don't know if Bernard has like true deep feelings for you. So I personally wouldn't lose sleep over him reaching out. I just want to be honest. Gotta be honest. Got to be real. Brooklyn, you said that you were sorry. Yeah. Just give her some, or give the person, I don't know if it's male or female, just time to, process what you guys discussed. All right, is there any more questions? Nikki. Hi, is Chris... Hi, how are you, Nikki? Is Chris more interested in me now after our chat Monday night? Is Chris... Because I don't know if it's male or female. I don't want to presume. But is Chris already in a relationship, or is something like fizzling out in that regard? I only ask that because it's like I'm getting, like, something was said in order to entice the other person. I kind of want more details on that. Asia, is Jimmy taking what I said to him last night as a joke, or does he believe it? I think what I'm getting from him, and like I said this before, is that he doesn't like know why you changed or where you came from. Even if he doesn't take you seriously, you just need to maintain your boundaries. Like, literally stand 10 toes down. Like, as if you were at the beach, you know, and you're digging your feet in the sand. Stand 10 toes down in what you believe, or what you want, or whatever changes you want implemented. All right, next question, please. If possible. I guess I could hit the X. We talked of what he doesn't like. Clingy. He doesn't like. LOL. And I'm definitely not that. But is he saying that you're clingy? Like, is he trying to, like, gaslight you into thinking that you are? See, like, don't call me at 5 o'clock, or don't call me, or don't text me. You're too clingy. But really, it's because he's married, and that's when they have dinner. I don't know. That's just what I'm just asking that. No, he didn't say I was. Okay. I'm still getting the feeling like there's somebody else. He's a cop and he works nights. Interesting. Oh, very, very interesting. I'm still getting the energy though that there's some type of third party or something going on. Will I date Lewis? Like, go out and hang out and have fun? Yes. Will he be your man? No. Someone had asked me a question about how do the personal readings work. So if you want a reading while I'm live on TikTok, you will go to my profile page. You'll click on my link. You'll scroll down to where it says like donate. You can pick PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. And then you make your payment of $20. I prefer Cash App, okay? I'll then get a notification that there was a payment. You come back to the live, let me know that you made the payment, and then I will give you a reading. I pull as many cards as Spirit tells me to pull, just to give some clarification on whatever your question is. And then I read until Spirit tells me to stop. If you want a one-on-one reading that is not here on the live, then again, you go to the link, you'll scroll down. It's like the first or second tab, and it'll say schedule your one-on-one reading. And then that will take you to the calendar, and then you'll pick which type of reading you want. You'll pick the day and you'll pick the time. You make your payment. I'll receive an email notification, and then I will give you a call, and I will speak to you for the time that you paid for. I offer 30 minutes. I also offer 60 minutes. I also offer readings where I just record a video for you for 15 minutes, and then I upload it to YouTube, and then only you have that link to the video. I don't publish it for the public. It's just for you, and then you can choose to either download it or just go back to it through time and see, like, get reminders of what I said. I hope that helps. If you have any more questions about how the readings work, please let me know. Diamond, will Antoine and I be together in the future? I'm being told not in this lifetime. So Antoine could be like a karmic, I think that they're called. Or he can be someone that you're not with again until you're like incarnated in a new life. But I don't think that you guys will be together in this time. Alana, will Dalton and I end up in a relationship together? Do you all have children together or planning on having kids or something? I definitely see like there's children between you two. Now, if you guys stay together in the relationship after the kids, I'm not too sure about that, but I do see some kids. Also, it could be a situation where you guys have children together. The children literally grow up and then you guys get a divorce or something happens and the relationship ends, okay? Anaya, are there any other loved ones around besides my grandma? I don't know why I'm hearing the name Jesse. Do you have an Uncle Jesse? Or Aunt Jessie? That may not be you. That could be somebody else. Nay, is Lauren trying to reach out to me in my dreams? Not necessarily. You could just be having dreams about Lauren because you're trying to figure out things and she's being utilized as like I don't know how to explain it. Her face or her like person is just being used to help guide you through or to help you understand like or make sense of life. Okay, next question, please. I'm pretty sure there isn't another the way we've been talking and those pics he sent. LOL. Okay. I mean, you have to listen to your own intuition and follow what your own guides say. Elsie Torres, will I date Michael? Somebody was on here with this same picture asking about another dude. Are you the same person, Elsie, that was asking about another dude? Or did someone just look similar? Or did you ask something else? I don't know. Because you're asking, will I date Michael? Will I marry Michael? Okay. All right, y'all. Do you guys have any questions that have to do with not a man? Like, do you guys have any questions like, hey, what's like, what does my career look like? Or, you know, if I leave my job, will I find something good? Will I be financially stable in the future? You know? She said anything from spirit, like a collective reading for the folks here in the room. It's like, don't get me wrong, you guys. I am one of those people I love, 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 love. But I also know that there's more to life than love, and my happiness has to be a priority. So do you guys have any questions that have to do with you personally and not people that you're trying to invite into your life? Or, you know what I mean? I just think that so many of you guys are putting these folks ahead of your like desires and your dreams, you know? Because it's not even gonna matter. Like, if you're with this person, like, say if you're like, oh, is Johnny and I gonna be together forever? And I'm like, yeah, you guys are, but it's not gonna matter because you're miserable because you haven't put in the work, not only to heal from your own trauma, you haven't put in the work to make sure that you are where you want to be as far as your career or your desire to be an entrepreneur, or like how you saw yourself as a child as having some type of great education, you know? I don't know. Anaya, are you asking me if your work has been improving based off of like what your employer is telling you? Like, you're going to have to ask them. I know yesterday we had a super long conversation about you going back to school and all of that. Like, nothing really is going to change within like 24 hours. I don't know. I feel like I'm like being a hard ass on you guys, and I'm really not trying to be at all. I think it's just, I'm just wanting more for y'all. I don't know. My guys are telling me I need to start coming up with topics to talk about during the interim so that we can truly have like conversations about like change and transformation and just overall improving ourselves and not like losing ourselves in relationships, and making sure that we show up for ourselves when it comes to this life. I don't know. Yeah, I've just been working hard. Well, if you've been working hard and you know you've been putting in the work and you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you tell me, is your work improving? Are you better? Are you striving to be better than you were the day before? You know? You guys, if you're here and you have asked a question, please go ahead and aggressively tap the screen. Give me some likes. If you have asked me a question, tap the screen. Give me some likes. It's free to you and it helps me on this algorithm. Also, feel free to share this live with other people. You know? a great idea for topics. Nicole, does Simon think about me? Yes. He does think about me. Stanley, will I have a love relationship in RC? I see multiple. I love that. Okay. I just think I've declined a little. All right, so if you think that you've declined, then how would you improve after declining? Elsie Torres, do I have anyone watching over me? Yes, we all have someone watching over us. We have we all have multiple, I'll just say, entities over us, right? You may have folks from other dimensions, like angels. You may have spirit guides. You may even have entities that show up to you as animals. And those are your animal guides or your totems, right? You have your ancestors. You even have people that may not have been blood related to you, but may have seen you as family over you. Like I have an ex-boyfriend who watches over me. Where does she go? Elsie, you have specifically, you have someone that watches over you who in her time would have been like considered a shaman or a witch or like a herbalist. I think sometimes you'll find like you'll just be doing like nothing, sitting there watching TV, and you'll get what I call a tap on the shoulder, and it'll be this ancestor like telling you to do something. Either like go get some tea or do something random right in the kitchen. And you'll just and it's like you're kind of like, I don't want to do that, but you're encouraged to do so because this person is trying to connect with you. Asia, is Grandma Sis close to me? Grandma Sis, did you Asia, I don't know if this is you. It might be somebody else. Did somebody else like call their grandma like Tata, or know of a family member named Tata? Because I'm hearing that. Tata. But as far as your Grandma Sis, You guys, and I'm not saying this to you specifically, Asia, but y'all just keep in mind that sometimes our relatives are not able to be ancestors because they choose not to, right? Or they just were not at a place to do that, right? They weren't qualified, I guess you could call it. That's the easiest way, you know, when you don't get a job, it's because you're not qualified. But Asia, I'm not sensing your grandma sis around you. But you do have like others there. It feels like you have more like grandparent, like a grandfather or an uncle around you. I'm feeling like more male energy. And I would encourage you to invite your uplifted, benevolent, and protective ancestors into your home. If you haven't already, to watch over you and your children. I'm hearing there needs to be someone standing at the gate. So that could mean whatever like your entryway is, you need to have someone standing there protecting you guys. Elsie, Tata is my sister. Okay. All right. So then use that as confirmation that the woman who I'm seeing who's with you, who's like an old generation like grandmother, like I said, this person would have been a shaman. They're letting me know about your sister and that it's Tata. Is your sister passed on or is she still with us? Grandma. Hey Phil, how are you? I'm actually doing pretty good. Right now I'm rubbing some, what is this called? Tiger Balm on my shoulder. I slept weird last night, so I have to do something. Passed on. Okay, so then that's who it is. That's who, all right. Was your sister a witch? Or did she practice magic? Grandfather for me, yeah. I'm feeling more like it's you have a grandfather or uncle, like some type of male. Someone who's with you. You know what? It would I'm seeing someone like a male, Asia. He's wearing black. He has like a black vest on. Like maybe he's dressed up for church or something. I don't know if maybe he was some type of preacher or minister or a deacon. But he's the one that is trying to tell you what to do in regards to the men in your life. He's saying like no one is ever going to be good enough for my baby. But at least she could, if she would just listen, she could pick someone better. Not that I know of. Okay. So no like Santeria or anything like that. Elsie. Anaya, am I an earth angel? Just curious. Do you have healing abilities? You should look up what an earth angel is to know if it would be you. You're welcome, Asia. No problem. Jeanette, thank you so much for sharing the live. I really appreciate you. Okay, so Elsie, your grandmother and Tata are together. Your grandmother is definitely showing me that she knew how to conjure. But they're with you. They're watching over you. Something about roses. Do you have something in your house that's like pink roses, or like a picture of roses, or there's something? They're showing me like roses. Or maybe they're just your favorite flower. Because they're showing me something. Because I guess they like to look at it. Maybe it's a picture of like of flowers, pinks and reds, that they like to look at. Yes, I have roses around my house. Okay, so then that is confirmation that they're in your home and they love your flowers. I'm getting the chill bumps right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. But they love the flowers. They think that they're I don't speak Spanish. The grandma, she's talking to me in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but she's telling me that it's beautiful. Impeccable. That's interesting. Okay. She's like this. She's clapping. She's thanking me for letting you know. She likes to be in your bathroom. Not necessarily when you're in the bathroom, but she likes to sit there. She appreciates the indoor plumbing. So she must be from like way back. Way, way back. Is there anything else that you would like me to tell her? Okay, Tata is going to give you a hug. You're going to feel like pressure. It's like she's putting her arm around you. Like you guys are taking a selfie and she has her arm around you. Okay. Totally unique. Oh, hi. Your name is so unique. Hi, how are you? I miss them. Yeah. All right, Elsie, they're gone. I encourage you guys to speak to your ancestors in your home. Make them a meal. Have their pictures out. Talk to them. Put out some water, light a candle, depending on what your beliefs are. Light some incense for them. Play their favorite music. All right. Is there anyone else who has a question about like not romance? Because I y'all know I love, and I love that you love, but it's a lot. What if you didn't know them when they were living? That's okay. Their blood still runs through your blood. You didn't have to know them. Like maybe 2 days ago, I had that visitation with a great uncle who was my great grandmother's brother. And I didn't know him. He died when he was young. And I never met him. But I recognize him because his blood is my blood. And so I can acknowledge them, right? Without your ancestors, you would not be here. So just take a moment and just say, hey, y'all, I'm here. Thank you. Make sure, too, that you only invite your benevolent ancestors in, because you do have folks living and passed on who were your blood relatives, and they may not like you. They may not like you, never meeting you, but because they didn't like your mom or your dad, then they don't like you either. So keep that in mind. I have to learn Spanish. One time I went to a graveyard. I'll share with you guys something that I enjoy doing. I like doing like ghost hunting, right? One of my biggest desires in life is to be on a ghost hunting show, specifically with the Ghost Brothers, right? Have you ever heard of them? And I want to be do their psychic medium stuff. That is a big goal of mine. So anyways, when I lived in California, I went to a graveyard out in, what was that? San Bernardino. And there was this section of people there, and so many of them spoke Spanish. And thankfully there was folks in my group who were with me who were able to ask questions. And then I would ask the question and then they would interpret it, and then I would kind of tell them what I was hearing back, and then they could say what it kind of sounded like. But anyways, I really should learn Spanish. I used to be fluent, in junior high, in high school, and into college, because it's one of the primary languages spoken in California. So I had to learn it. But then after college and all that, and I moved away, and I didn't have to use it. So I really need to get back into that. I also am interested in learning French. Specifically French and Haitian Creole. But nevertheless, that was my sharing. Fel, anything general for me? Not really. I'm seeing light blue walls. My spirit team wants to touch back on the marketing, the advertising and marketing that we talked about the other day. How is that going for you? Or have you started that process? Was it an ancestor who popped me with cooking grease last night? I think it was just the grease itself. I don't think the ancestors that are with you would do anything to inflict harm. Unless they just didn't like you. But I don't think it was them. Also, speaking of cooking grease, consider getting an air fryer if possible. Just in general, it's healthier. And remember, I told you that in your future, you're going to have a child who you're definitely going to have to offer healthier options to. Just because of their health and their lack of wanting to eat vegetables. So frying foods all the time is not going to be good for them. What were you cooking? Nuggets. Like chicken nuggets? And you were frying them? That sounds so good right now. With some french fries and some ketchup and ranch dressing mixed together. Or honey mustard. Or just honey in general. Lord have mercy. Is it Connor? I don't have a name, but I can tell you that this little boy has like really like silky hair and it's curly. He's not necessarily like he has light skin, but he's not like yellow bone. Feel me? But then like in the summertime, he holds so much, like he can get really, really dark. But the thing is that it's like this child may be like pre-diabetic or there's some type of issue. And I don't know if having a thyroid issue would cause you to be like, to gain weight. It might. I'm not a medical doctor, so don't take what I'm saying to you as medical advice. But yeah. You're going to know that the child is pre-diabetic because they'll have, their neck will be a lot darker than the rest of their skin. And at first you're going to be like, oh my God, you were outside playing. Let me get this dirt off of you. But no, it's just a sign of pre-diabetes. Being exposed to pre-diabetes is when the neck starts getting dark. Okay. Is it Connor? Anaya, did Jesse want to tell me anything? I realized who you were talking about. Okay. Give me a moment. Because Jesse wasn't necessarily, I don't think, I just heard the name Jesse. And then we kind of moved on, and then the thought left. Remind me what we were talking about. Did you ask me if there was other people around? And then I said, I hear the name Jesse. I think that was just like the answer to your question. If somebody else was around you, it's somebody named Jesse. Does that make sense? Who is Jesse? Share that with me. That'd be interesting to know. Demi, does Brandon want me in his life? Yes. Yes, insulin resistant. Thank you. That's what, Detective Gelato, Anaya, that's why you need to go to school. Get your nursing degree. Come on, get that RN license. Then you're going to go back to school and get that, I forget what it's called, but it's when you're a nurse, but you have your doctorate. Making big money. You'll be able to teach. You'll be able to run departments. I'm telling you. Take the step out on yourself and do it. Do it. Do it. This is me peer pressuring you. Do it. Do it. Go to nursing school. Make big money. Do it, do it, do it. Whatever you have to do. And remember yesterday we were talking about you making the press-on nails. You can make the press-on nails on the side to help pay for your tuition until like you get like a student loans or your grants or whatever like that. Like we have to be like creative with getting this paper, right? I like it. Good peer pressure. Yes. Do it. Go back to school. Do it. He's been standoffish. Yeah, that's all right. Give him some time. Is there any other questions, y'all? It's 12:37 here in my neck of the woods. I thank you guys so much for all the likes. I thank you guys for being here with me. And in some sense, you're trusting me with the information that you're giving me or the questions that you're asking me, rather. If y'all are here and you vibe with me, can y'all reach out to the Ghost Brothers and tell them to hire me? I will travel to Atlanta. That's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I will travel to Atlanta and do the psychic stuff with them. No problem. Who should I go to school for psychology? No, you should go to school. You need to go to medical school and become a psychiatrist. Okay? And I say that because you can do it, but also because there aren't many practicing Okay, so let me be clear. From my experience, it is very, very rare to meet a woman of color who is a psychiatrist. We need more of those. We need more of us in that space, like in the medical field. Okay? So, but just keep in mind, it's up to you. It's your choice. If you want to go to school for psychology, then do it. I would recommend you become a psychiatrist. But if you become a psychiatrist, know that you're going to have to do rounds or like throughout the whole hospital. Okay? You're going to have to be in the baby section and the geriatric section. Like you're going to have to do your rounds everywhere. But it's a means to an end. Okay? But I think that just from the energy that I'm getting from you, you would have a very, very calm and receptive bedside manner. Also, you would look really, really cute in the white lab coat and your like blue scrubs or black scrubs or whatever color scrubs the doctors wear at the hospital that you work at. Or if you decide to open up your own practice, you know. And I'm being told to tell you that if you do open up your own practice, please make sure that you stay on top of your insurance, right? Don't leave it up to your office manager. Make sure that you're like, when you're like, how you pay every like 6 months, right? Instead of you paying every 6 months, we're going to pay every 5 months. So we're going to pay a month in advance to make sure that everything is covered. Okay. What is next? I just missed a question from Totally Unique. I'm going to scroll back up and talk to her. B, how is M feeling about me? I think they like you. I think they think that you're silly or goofy, but like you're a lot of fun. You're like super high vibes. They just don't know if they'll be able to keep up with you because you seem like you're super, super not necessarily active, like you do a lot, but you could be active, but you're just like always on the go. You're like the UPS man. Who is that? The Ghost Brothers. They're these three guys out of Atlanta. There's Dewan, Marcus, and Dalen. They have a show. Well, they used to have a show on the Travel Channel. And it was three black guys. And they would go to different haunted locations in the United States. And they would talk to ghosts. So it was like what Zach Baggins does. And it was like what Ghost Hunters did. I don't know if you guys are familiar with any of those shows, but it was like the first group of black folks on national television that were going out and talking to ghosts, which is something that isn't really seen ever unless you go on YouTube, and then it's still very, very rare. But that is what I would love to do that. And then Detective Gelato, Anaya. I don't know why I keep calling you that. I know your name is Anaya, but it seems spooky. It's not spooky if you're into it. You know, it's really something that I enjoy. I enjoy speaking to the dead. I don't know if I ever shared this with you guys, but I'm also a death doula. So what I do is when people are at that point, like where they're beginning to like settle their life, right? So I would help them with getting their affairs in order, or at least providing them with the resources so that maybe they need some type of estate attorney, you know, I would help them with that. I help people just with the overall crossing over process, where I sit with them, you know, when they are and I want to be sensitive in saying this to you, because it's not spooky at all. It's a part of life, you know. You're born and then you cross over and you're on a different life path, right? Your consciousness, your energy is never truly gone. It's just your shell that's gone. It's not, you know, your soul or your spirit, your energy, whatever you want to call it. Good afternoon, Angelus. But yeah, so I sit with people as they're going through their time of crossing over. I help the families with making their funeral arrangements if they're not even available. Sometimes folks like to have like the family come into town and be with the loved one. And so I would sit there with them and make sure that people don't necessarily get out of control. You know, some people be acting all crazy or speaking badly, you know. It's just like how when there's doulas and they help the mother bring their child into the world, right? I would be there to help you transition, you know, from this life into your new life. Okay? So I'm like a gatekeeper is what it's called in some traditions. Okay? Can you please tell me if I will be in a relationship with someone? When? Oh, I got, sorry you guys. Okay. So Tara, will you be in a relationship with someone? Yes, eventually. Like 6 months to a year. There's going to be some changes in your living arrangements. I don't know if you're getting ready to move or whatever the case may be, but once you move, then you'll really be able to like open yourself up to being in a relationship. But I think right now there's just a lot going on. Is he in love with me but afraid? No, he's not afraid, and it's more just like he's just like, am I going to be able to keep up with this with this ball of energy? It's like, do you know dogs? Like how there's certain dogs like terriers, and they just have a lot of energy, and they're just like on the go all the time, and they're just like hopping around, and you're just like, this dog is not for me, right? So, and I'm not saying that you're a dog in any way. I'm just trying to give you the best explanation that I can as far as like the energy. And so he's just kind of like a really like chill and mellow person, and you excite him and he enjoys being around you, but he's like, am I going to be able to keep up with her? That's really all that's happening. Sandra, are me and Ayaz going to get back together? I do see you guys getting back together, but it's not going to last very long. Wow, that's amazing yet scary. I guess it just depends on your perspective. Anaya, do I light up a room when you enter? Do you light up a room when you enter? Is that what you're asking me? I think we talked about this before, that you have like Oshun energy, you have Venus energy, you have Lakshmi energy. So you kind of like, people notice you. That's definite. Is there any other questions? Ashley, is V hiding something from me? Like the bodies? Is V hiding the bodies? I don't think there's something that V is specifically hiding from you, but people never ever truly share all of who they are, So there may be just some things that aren't being shared with you just because it's their private thoughts, or maybe it's something that they did in their past that they're not happy with, and they don't necessarily want to bring that to light, right? Everybody has skeletons in their closet. I personally wouldn't force the conversation. Now, if you think this person is a pedophile and you have kids, then you need to look them up. But that's something on you to do. Demi. Hey, Demi. How are you doing? Should I reconcile with Kiara? I don't know. I don't really care for Kiara's energy, to be honest. And I've never met Kiara. Don't chew on ice, kids. It's not good for your teeth. You guys, thank you so much for the likes. Keep tapping the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. I love ice. I love ice too. Why do you think you quit texting me? He doesn't know how to handle it. All right, what's next? I like how you explain things. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Especially since I have come from a place where my throat chakra was so blocked off, and I always questioned if people understood me. It's so interesting. I thank you so much for sharing that with me. Typo, my bad. No worries. I figured it out. It's no worries. ASMR, yeah, I know. I should make a YouTube channel where all I do is like chew on foods and ices and stuff like that. People like some of the most weirdest and random things. Yes, crushed ice. I want to get they have these portable ice machines that make those really, really small ice cubes that they have at the hospitals. Those are the best ice cubes ever created in the world of all worlds. You'll get millions of views. I probably will. I should do it. And I'll just call it chewing things. ASMR. Elsie, thank you so much for following me. But yeah, I saw one. I just opened up a TikTok creator affiliates account. And it's called Your Place or Mine. You guys follow me, please. I would appreciate it. I just opened it on Saturday. And I was going through the marketplace and they have one of those. And so I'm going to I want to get one and then make a video of it and then like sell it so I can get the commissions. But yeah. Oh my God. I want one so bad. I just need to figure out where to put it because my cabinet space is limited. Yeah, the ice nuggets. I love them. Oh, is someone being filtered? Thank you so much, Anaya, for helping. I want to know if there's anything he'd want me to know. Who is he? Is he a living person or someone that's already crossed over? My late partner, he died in 2020 October. Okay. Did he have a brown recliner? Did he? I'm just asking you so that I can have confirmation that the person that I'm seeing right now is your person. But I'm seeing a man. He has unusually large feet. He has a brown recliner. He did. Okay, he had a recliner. And he's like changing the channel. It's like he's looking for a game of some sort or something to watch. He's really, really upset about the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, he loved TV. Okay. I'm not getting a name for him, but it's like he had a nickname. So if his name was Robert, they called him Bobby. If his name was Thomas, they called him Tommy. It's like that. So it's like his name was shortened, but then it was like long from its original. Is there anything that you would like for Jeanette to know? Did someone not get to say goodbye? Yeah, it was changed. Okay. Did someone not get to say goodbye to him? And I don't know if it was you that didn't get to say goodbye, but somebody was like trying to get to him to say goodbye. And that person is like regretting not coming sooner. We didn't get to say goodbye. Okay. Are you regretting not being able to get there sooner? All right, I'm just going to tell you what he's saying. He knows that you were coming. I regret not giving him a chance when he needed it. Yeah. Don't hold on to that regret. You need to let that go just for your own personal heart space and being able to relieve yourself of any guilt and being able to move forward. But he and his girl didn't get to see him. Okay. So then that's why I feel like the person didn't get to see him. All right. So this is what I'm being shown is that there was somebody like on their way and they didn't get there in time. And so by the time they got there, he had already passed on. But he knows that they were coming. He knows that they got there late. Like he was still present in spirit form. Like when he physically left his body, he was still there in spirit. Like he didn't immediately cross over and like go into the light. Like he saw people doing whatever it was that they were doing around him. And he saw like people trying to get to him. So he knows. So he's basically saying like, I was there. I saw y'all. And it's okay. You didn't have to say goodbye. You could just say see you next time. I'm still with y'all in spirit. Have you been having dreams about him? He's making me feel as if he's coming to you in your dreams. A lot, but not lately. Okay. So then take that as confirmation that when you have a dream about him, that's actually called a visitation. And he is reaching out to you to talk to you. So I would encourage you to start keeping some type of dream journal where you're able to track what's going on. Did he have like acid reflux? Like really bad. Like, I feel like I should be burping. Like, you know, and it's kind of like, ew. God. He's like literally like belching in my ear. It's so disgusting. But at the same time, I feel like he did it to like get under your skin. He did it on purpose. He thought it was hilarious. He thought it was like the funniest thing since, I don't know. The funniest thing since Eddie Murphy Raw. You know what I mean? He's giving you a kiss on your cheek. What side is this? My right side. saying, I loved you, baby. He wants me to tell you that he's wearing a brown sweatsuit with it looks like it's all brown and it looks like it's cream, like in like a V. So this area up here is cream. And he has on matching tennis shoes. They look like the high top, like, are they considered Air Force Ones when they're high tops, or are they considered Jordans? I'm hearing Nelly. What is that boy's name? Murphy Lee. So I'm assuming that these are Air Force Ones. I loved him so much. He loved that sweatsuit. Okay. So that's confirmation that he's letting me know that it's really him. This is what he has on. He's telling you that he has it on. Getting the goosebumps. He's telling me thank you for letting her know. He said, the next time I come to you in the dreams, you better talk to me. He's saying, I'm going to cook fried chicken. But I'm telling you, Jeanette, that if there's food in your dreams, do not eat the food. Okay? Do not eat the food. Never, never, never eat food in your dreams. Don't eat no food. Don't drink any water. Don't, he said, okay, he said, fine, pork chops. I'm telling her, sir, not to eat any food. It's scary sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Don't be, there's nothing to be afraid of, you guys. There's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. When your loved ones come to you in dreams, it's because they have something that they need to share with you that you possibly can utilize in like to move forward in life, or just information that they want to give you because they didn't get the opportunity to tell you like in your, like before they crossed over. When he comes, it feels real. I can't open my eyes, but I see him. Yeah. Because it is real. They are really with you. And sometimes it's easier for them to contact you in your dreams. Because you are like, it's like you're having a lucid dream or you're astral projecting. So you're literally meeting them where they are in the spirit world. You probably, Jeanette, if you really wanted to go in deep with it, you probably could be someone who would be great at interpreting dreams for other people. Please tell him I love him. You can tell him yourself. He's with you. But if you don't feel comfortable, then I'll let him know. So I'm telling him that you love him. He says, please release the guilt that you were not able to be there with me. That's not your burden to hold on to. That's something that you shouldn't feel bad about. He said, he's making me feel like his heart is slowing down. I don't like how that feels. Please don't. I don't want to feel that. He says that crossing over, he said, once I left, I was no longer in pain. Okay, someone else just walked in and he is talking to this person. But just know that he was no longer in pain. Just know that he's gonna do, the next time he visits you, there'll be fried chicken or pork chops. The person that just walked in is telling him that it's time for him to go. So they're going to go back. And we're going to close the door. Thank you, ancestors. If you guys are new here, my ancestors are the ones who managed my door that let your ancestors in and out. But someone just came for your friend, Miss Jeanette, telling them that it was time to go. Okay, they've left. The door has been closed. Okay. He did not want to go. He said, what the F? What you mean? I gotta go. I'm talking to my girl. Lord have mercy. Okay. Is there anyone else who has a yes or no question? Is Michael the one? I want to know if I made the right choice for me and my kids. So like, oh my God. Okay, so Tata's here. She literally like ran up on me and she was like, I like him. Thank you so much. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate you. So Elsie, Tata's like, I like him. I don't think that I believe that he was brought into your life. Like, it was super intentional, right? So it was on purpose. Tata literally, like I'm telling you, she ran up on me and she was like, I like him. Okay, I gotta go by. And then she like, like went away. Goosebumps. Are there any other questions? Thank you guys so much for the roses. Katie, yes, you and Caden will be friends again. Someone asked about having a baby. Who was that? Will I have another child? Okay, so remember the other day I was talking to you about the man that you're going to marry? And there's like three, and I saw three children. And I said, one of them, though, I'm trying to remember what I said. Oh, one of them is the one that's going to have like the pre-diabetes. But then there's something where one of the kids or a few of the kids, how I'm trying to remember. I think two of the children, there was three kids and two of them came with him. And then one of them was yours. Do you remember what I said to you? Oh, I assumed you were talking about my current kids. No, I wasn't talking about your current kids. I was talking about the man that you end up marrying. There's going to be three kids. I can't remember how I saw it. And now it's like, now the information is like acting crazy. Either way that it goes, these three children are your children. They come with him. I don't think their mother is active or present or alive. There's something up with that. But the children are your children and his children, okay? Anaya, why didn't Phil say goodbye to me the last time we saw each other? Okay, there's this song coming in my playing in my head. It's called She's Playing Hard to Get. I believe the group is called High Five. So I'm presuming that this is like the symbol for me to tell you that he was just playing hard to get. And the song is like, she's playing hard to get. You guys look it up. It's a cute little teeny bop song. All right. Are there any other questions or yada yada yada? You said one might be from someone else. Okay, yeah. To doll for me, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know this song. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. All right, Tara, what is your question? Now that song is playing in my head. She's playing hard to get. I don't know the rest of the words. The only song I thought I was playing hard to get. Maybe that's why he didn't talk to you. He's like, I don't have time for these games, girl. What did Tommy used to say on Martin? He's trying to get in them draws. But don't do it. Don't do it. I feel like Phil is one of those people who would like purposefully impregnate you in hopes of trapping you. But our goal is to become a nurse. So we're not doing that right now. We're not having any new babies. So we have our goals, we have our dreams, we have our aspirations. We are not going to be held back, right? Like, we're not going to be birthing no babies and trying to take our finals online. Okay? You're in the middle of having a contraction and trying to answer number 155. We're not doing that. We're going to focus on one thing at a time. I don't have any kids and on BC. Right. Sometimes BC don't work. Especially if you're taking an antibiotic. And I just want you to focus. Focus on getting that degree. Because I'm telling you, like, I really, really want you to, like, send me a picture of you getting your license, you getting your degree, your cap and gown, all of that. And then you marry a doctor, okay? You marry you literally marry the chief of staff. We're just going to be the Lulu. You're going to marry the chief of staff at the hospital that you work at. Okay? You guys have a child or two, whatever you decide on. You travel. You have this great life. You live, Tennessee. You live in a big house on the hill in Tennessee. I'm telling you guys, when you're trying to manifest your life, you better be as delusional as possible. Think big. Whatever you can think of. Like, y'all remember when you were little and you would tell these amazing stories and they were so super creative and it would just be like the most amazing story that anyone has ever come up with. That's what you need to do when you're trying to manifest and create your life. I don't care how crazy it sounds. Excuse me. I don't care how crazy it sounds, but you put in your manifestations that you're writing down and you're reading them aloud. Whatever it is that you want it to be. If you're like, I want to buy 13 acres of land and build a house on it that has 10 to 15 rooms and the house is 20,000 square feet and there's a little ravine that runs through the back and I have horses and then if you're like, if you want horses, what kind of horses do you want? You're going to put that in there. You're going to put the colors of the horses, how many horses you have, right? If they're stallions or whatever. Just be the Lulu with it. Because whatever you can create in your mind and you profess it with your tongue, it could come to you. You just have to believe in it. Okay, Tara. Oh, I'm not seeing your comment. Girl, I was not even looking at the screen. Chris J, if you're still there, go ahead and ask your question. Tara, ask your question. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Demi, have my spirit guides been trying to talk to me? Okay, let me know if this is something that you've experienced in the recent past. Have you experienced like twinkling lights? Either your actual light bulbs in your home are like twinkling, or out of the side or like the corners of your eye and your peripheral vision, you're like seeing lights. Yellow lights specifically. Yellow like white lights. If you have been seeing either of those things, then yes, they have been trying to reach out to you specifically, these would be your angels, your angel guides, your archangels. Okay. Mel will see contact me probably sometime next week, like the 15th, 16th, 17th. My nose is itchy. Hey, I've had that happen yesterday with the twinkling lights. Yes to the lights, and my ears ring randomly. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know how old you are, but as far as your ears ringing, that could be also your spirit guides. But depending on your age and what you're going through hormonally, that could be a sign of like perimenopause or tinnitus. I would definitely recommend that you get that checked out with your doctor. And if they don't find anything is wrong with your ears, then yeah, it's your spirit guides. But definitely what I was shown in your case is that you're seeing lights. Twinkle, 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 little star. Chris, will Inez and I reconcile and move forward? I don't see that happening. Like there's something I am hearing, she does not like you. So either you guys not being together is for keeping you protected from her not liking you or like causing harm to your life. Or maybe like she treated you badly because she didn't like you type of situation. That type of thing. I'm 23. Well, good. Then you don't have to worry about the perimenopause. That's random. LOL. What's random? I mean, tinnitus could happen to you regardless of your age, but yeah. What else is that thing called? What is it called when people like stand up and they get dizzy really easily? And it's a part of having tinnitus. Anyways, I can't remember. She wrote me a 6-page letter. I just don't trust her and walked away. Okay. Okay, so then yeah, vertigo. Thank you, Elsie. So yeah, I'm writing you a 4-page letter and I enclosed it with keys. That was off. That was horrible. But that's okay though. We're having a good time here. So yeah, Chris. Yeah, I do not think that you should consider reconciling with her. And I believe that you made the best decision for yourself at the time that you did by walking away. I've been thinking of getting a Valentine's gift, but I don't know what to get yet. A gift for yourself? Get whatever you want. You're welcome, Chris. Get whatever you want. I bought myself a gift. I couldn't afford it, but I bought it anyway because I feel like I deserved it, right? I'm a single mom. I'm not dating anyone. My divorce was just finalized. I haven't had someone buy me a Valentine's Day gift, in a really, really long time. So I bought myself something and I'm super excited about it. And it should be delivered soon. So I'm indecisive. Then buy everything. If there's 5 things that you want, buy all 5. And then when you get them and you're like, oh, I don't want this, then just take it back. But that's what I would do. Don't listen to me. Kiki, is my hubby's first child his biological son? The mom is refusing to get a DNA test. Then he needs to get a DNA test if he wants to. Ace of Swords fell out of the cards. People need to, serious thought needs to go into this. Does your husband ever have the kid? Did he already sign the birth certificate? Like, let's talk about how, does he see the child ever? Yada, yada, yada. If there's questions about paternity, he has a right to know. He can petition the courts to have paternity done on the child. Or he can do it himself. Time is it? Oh, it's almost 1:30, y'all. I need to have lunch. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do for now, you guys. I need to eat something and take a quick nap before I have to go pick up the kids from school. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the 20K likes. That's super dope and awesome. I love you guys so much. No, he moved out of our home. He hasn't signed the certificate and he doubts. Okay, so he needs to request the what do you call it? If he has doubts and he's not on papers having to pay child support and all that other good stuff, then he needs to get a DNA test. That's really the only way that you're going to determine if he is the father. I'm seeing Maury right now. You are the father. All right. He is going through court, but court is 6 to 9 months behind. All right. Well, then just trust the process and go with it. If there's no child support order, there's no custody, there's none of that. He doesn't have to worry about really anything, right? I wonder though, Kiana, how are you dealing with all of that? Now, I'm not an expert in child support and all of those types of things, right? So I'm just curious to know, how are you going to feel if the child's his, and how the child support will be determined, and will they include your income into how much is paid into child support? How are you, and if the child is yours, and say if they go back and then he owes money, have you thought about how she just took him off child support because he lived with us for 3 years, but it's stressful. Understandable. Take into consideration how moving, if the child is yours, is his, and child support is reinstated, how are you going to be filing your taxes? Like jointly or separate, so that they don't come after you? And is she currently not knowing? And is she currently things you have to take into consideration as well is as it is if she is using any type of like state assistance, that like Medicaid, they might come back and try to get that money because they'll say that there was like income available for the child to have regular insurance, like if it was through your husband's job. These are all things that you have to like take into consideration. And not to say that you're trying to not take care of the child, because if the baby lived with you for 3 years, then you were taking care of them. But it's just a matter of making sure that you're protected, as she has always claimed him even when he was living with us. Interesting. And you guys didn't file fraud or anything like that? I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. Like immediate fraud. But if that's something that you all discussed in advance, then so be it. Paid child support even when he lived with us. Why didn't you guys go to the courts and tell them that? Well, I don't want to be all up in your business. That's not really here nor there. And that's not truly of my like knowledge that I need to know. I guess I just brought up so many questions, and I'm not really trying to be in your business like that. But the whole point is that in the event is that a DNA test has to be completed in order to confirm if the child is his or not. So the courts are backed up 6 to 9 months. Y'all just wait it out. The child has known you guys clearly, or him, for his whole life. So you need to decide if you're going to continue to see the child and support the child and all these other things. If the child ends up not being his, then what is the next step? What's the plan? Are you going to try to get the money back? Are you going to continue to stay in the child's life because the baby has known him for forever, right? These are things that need to be discussed and determined. Like, what is the next step? All of the possible outcomes need to be discussed. And that's something that y'all are going to have to take on for yourself. All right, this is the last question that I'm going to do. Asia, how do you remove spell work from someone? I am not a root worker. I'm not a conjurer. I do not practice those arts. But who would I recommend? I would recommend Miss Jackie at Memphis Conjure. I would recommend Mama Sunfire. These people are on TikTok, so you can just put them in your in the search. I would also recommend you talking to I can't think of her whole name. It's Juju. Give me a moment. Let me look that up for you, okay? Also it depends. Also, it depends on what type of services you want. Does that make sense? Or not what you want. Like, do you want a root worker? Do you want someone who practices hoodoo? Do you want someone who practices voodoo? Do you want someone who's Wiccan? Do you want someone who is a warlock? Do you want someone, you know, like what types of things do you want the person to practice in order to be able to remove the spells? That's what you would need to know. So Asia, if you can just DM me, like remind me what I need to be sending you, and then tell me specifically what type of person you want to work with. Hoodoo, voodoo, a demonologist, a Wiccan, whatever. Okay? And then I'll let you know who I would recommend, okay? Elsie, I know my sis likes him, but I might be wrong. But it looked like you were going to say something. I usually try to say exactly what's going on. Sometimes there might be like a delay because I'll be getting downloads, and so I have to process it. But yeah. I'm trying to remember what happened, and I'm trying to like go through to make sure that I did it, like that I said everything I was supposed to say. Because you may be picking up on something that I'm not even paying attention to. Okay, so kind of going back, she literally like rushed up on me and said that I like him. And then was like, okay, I gotta go. Okay, bye, I gotta go. She's really cute. And then I was told that he was specifically brought to you. So I don't know if she or like your other ancestors were conspiring in the background of your foreground. But like they got together and they like brought this man to you. She said, well, I don't think this is her. But someone is saying, girl, if you don't let yourself be loved and allow yourself to experience joy and happiness, I'm going to whoop you. Was there someone in your life that would like take up their shoe and like chuck it at you? That's what I'm seeing. They were like, I'm going to whoop you. And they like literally bent down. They took off their shoe and they like threw it. They're like, get out of here with that. I made the right decision then. Yeah, you made the right decision, doll. Just go with it. Allow yourself to be happy. Okay? All right, y'all. For real, I'm going to head on out. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. You guys have a good day as well. Thank you, Anaya. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Thank you, Asia. Please remember to DM me what you're specifically looking for. And I'll talk to you guys later. I should be back tomorrow. Okay? Bye.